Good afternoon everyone, Steve here again. It's Saturday afternoon. I've not long been in from shopping, so I thought, as I haven't done anything for, I think it's a couple of weeks now, although it says a week on my channel, definitely more than that. Before I go on, I want to start with no apologies. Thank you everyone for the lovely comments on my penultimate video that's up there regarding my daughter. It was really nice and really touching, thank you. That means a lot to me. She was a bit worse for wear, some horrendous blisters, she could barely walk, she was feeling the extremes of heat and cold, and I think she'd got knocked back with some altitude sickness, so she kind of slept for 2 days, but she's back on the mend now and back to work. So yeah, thank you ever so much, and I apologise that I hadn't responded to any of those. Really did mean a lot to me, thank you very much. But she was here I think a day longer than anticipated. Just mainly sleeping, and then oh god, work's just been bloody nightmare this week, so I've been sort of sent packing. I've been looking at cars today. My company decided that I can have a company car, so I was just having a little look at things. So great. Anyway, enough of that. Oh, I feel so. I know there was 2 thank yous. Thank you for everyone who has subscribed in the last few weeks. I've had quite a number of them, and I've kept a little list, and I do mean to go through it. I'm hoping that's going to be probably tomorrow actually. So right, a search for aromatics, yeah. Believe me, I'm as surprised as anybody. Without going back any of my videos, I'm pretty certain that I have never said that I hate aromatics. Like Latakia, I would have probably said, and I hope that's the case, that I'm not a big fan of them. But I don't know, at some point early last week I had a craving for an aromatic. Weird. But not surprising really. I've been smoking, as you've seen from the videos, a lot of plugs, twists, Virginias, vapors, not a lot of Latakia. And I suddenly just fancied smoking something sweet that's not Virginia sweet. So I thought it about time I had a couple of aromatics in my rotation, although it's not going to be a regular rotation, and hence the problem. Now herein lies the difficulty. Trying them. Now if any of you think that when and if you have made a video about aromatics I would have skipped over it, I haven't. I suppose it's always been in the back of my mind that I should have a couple of aromatics, good ones, that I can fall back on when the plugs and twists and other things get perhaps too much. So I do keep an eye on these and find out what's the name that's coming up. And I mean predominantly going to be in the UK as well. I know there's an awful lot of aromatics over in the States, which I probably won't be able to get, or get with some difficulty. So I'm trying to stick to the ones I can get in the UK, which there are a lot. And I thought, oh, how best to go about this? I'm not going to be buying loads of tins of this, but it just so happens, and I've tried them before, there is a website in the UK called Greens of Leeds. They're our family run business. I'm presuming mum, dad and daughter, I have no idea actually, called Smoke King, who do little 5 gram samples. Now I hadn't been on for a while, and I know Terry Love UK has used their sampling service, that's the right thing to say, before. But I went on there last week just to thought, oh, I'll get some samples of aromatics, and I was pleasantly surprised to see they got a lot more tobaccos. And I sent them a little message to say, great, tons more than I had before, and almost every one, and I hadn't come across one that didn't, you were able to buy a little 5 gram sample for it. So I went, man, it's just over £1, so you know, it's not too expensive way of looking at aromatics. So I duly did that. Now, let me do a bit of housekeeping. Samples I bought was Peterson's Sherlock Holmes, which I'm smoking now. And I don't know what shape that is called. I call it a ladle. I don't know why. And it's made by Frederick Tranter, which is a pipe shop down in Bath. Again, I've mentioned. I don't know whether I've shown this one before. Probably have. I've got 2 or 3 of their pipes which I bought about, I don't know, 8 years ago. I think now, probably a little bit longer. Where Colin, like your pipe, lives. And again, I think I've said this before. I remember they used to have a whole wall full of their own brand pipes. I've got a church warden, another one I'll show in a minute. But they don't do quite so many, he says. No. I probably haven't smoked Sherlock Holmes for about the same amount of time, really. And I always remember it being a kind of very bland Virginia, possibly with a little bit of burley in it. Now, I might have been doing it a disservice at the time, but I saw a video recently of a chap who was reviewing this, just a whole video on it. The guy hasn't put many videos up, and I didn't capture his name. Was really rating this and describing it as a very nice aromatic. I don't remember it being an aromatic. I thought I'd better revisit it. Let's go up. Well, alright, I've been smoking this for very long now. But I wouldn't call it an aromatic. It's actually quite nice. Sweet Virginias with a slight nutty taste to it, I'm getting. So I'll go back to the fact that it's probably Virginia with barley in it. It's certainly not aromatic, so I'm going to cross that one off my list. But yeah, with an apology to there's barley in there. Yeah, no doubt. So anyway, I'm going to put that down for a minute because I don't want to keep relighting that, because I'm going to be holding up some props. I thought, what's the best way to do this? You know, trying aromatics. Well, one, get the tobaccos, which I've done. I've got a little selection here which I'm just going to whiz past, really. Now, I know a lot of you guys, and please do comment what your favourite aromatics are. I'm probably opening a floodgates here because there are so many. But don't let that stop you doing it. I mean, if there is a similar names coming up and it's not one I've got in my little selection yet and I can easily get, I will, try and get a sample of it and give it a go. It's also given me an opportunity because I think, well, if I don't like some of these, and I'm just smelling these, they're very sweet, and I'm going into this with some trepidation. I thought, well, what pipes am I going to smoke them in if I don't like them? And I've got this ghosting behind it. So it's given me an opportunity to sort of pull out some of my old pipes, so she said. And I'll just run by those first. They're my Bulldog Rhodesian ones, which have been in a rack for ages. So I know that's not one, but look at the bowl on that, just by the way. It's a very thick wall. Can you see that? And it smokes really nice. So I've got 5 here. Actually, 6. I don't know what number shapes these are, but I haven't got my specs with me. But 803. This is a Peterson's, the Aaron model. So I know Terry Love's got one of these actually, and he's quite right. There's always nice graining in that. It's got kind of a satin sheen on it rather than a highly polished one, which is really nice. And I don't really sort of get on with these pipes, which is why I haven't smoked them for ages. But I thought they'd do just for a shortish smoke, trying out these aromatics. There's another Peterson here, actually with the cap and Peterson on the band there, the silver band. This is is it a Rocky or a, yeah, it's a Rocky. Again, I'm not going to sit here faffing about reading the shape number out, but again, that's a nice little pipe. It's kind of got a, you know, you can see there a reddish hue in the background. Another Frederick Tranter pipe I bought at the same time. I bought 3 pipes at once, but I could afford to do that. Yeah, again, light brown, rusticated, a Centurion, that one's called. Yeah, they're all Bulldogs or Rhodesians. This one's a Blakemar, you know, just a standard shape, polished, nice graining on it. And again, another one, if I recall, oh, Terry, sorry, I know you've only just put this video up, but one I really don't like too much. This is a Kalani Peterson again. It's almost lacquered and cherry red. I've got a bigger one than this one, which I hardly ever smoke. And I think that big one I might just sort of give away at some point. I'm going to think the best way of doing that. So they're the pipes in which I'm going to try my aromatics. And I'm going to do an update on this video because I haven't gone through all these. I only just got it through the post. So let me just quickly whisk through the ones I've got. Should you, you know, think that they're one of the ones that you want to comment on and say, "Ooh, you must try that one." I've looked on the site and I've just ruled out the ones that are predominantly cherry and vanilla. You know, I know there are a lot of people that smoke that, but they're ones I'm pretty certain I won't like. And I may have made a mistake here because some of the descriptions, you know, are vague to say the least. But I've got Peterson's Deluxe mixture, and I'll probably get a couple of bowls out of these. Again, Peterson's Sherlock Holmes, Ashton Smooth Sailing. Now I haven't got the video up here, website up here, so again I don't know, but I've gone for the more fruity maple type of flavours where I can, or where the description makes it clear that's what it is. Baron's Club Blend. Now I smoked one of these last night. Peterson's Connoisseur's Choice. I've seen a few videos where people have rated that highly, and I have to say I quite enjoyed that. I'm getting good Virginia tastes out of that, but surrounded by that sweetness as well, but it's not too cloying. And yeah, that's so far. So that's the first one I tried, and I'm just mentally just giving these a score and comparing it against that. But yeah, not bad, that one. Davidoff Danish mixture. This is pretty boring. I'm just waving little packets in front of everybody. Another Ashton one, Winding Road. Now I've tried their Gold Rush, Ashton's Gold Rush, and their Connoisseur's Choice. No, I can't remember what it is. Gentleman's Consummate Gentleman. I can't remember. So I thought give those a go. They do a lot of aromatics. Davidoff Blue Mixture. Some of you guys going, oh yeah, well, no. And finally, I think there was 8 or 9 now, I don't know. I've got another Peterson's one, Sunset Breeze. I think this is one that's amaretto, so I quite like the sound of that. And it does smell like that. So that's it. The quest is on. At the same time, I bought some others as well I wanted to try, I hadn't done before. That's a kind of Highland one, Davidoff Scottish. Let me just leave that one for a second. I want a little mention of that one. But Baron's Roll Cake, my God, that is bloody gorgeous. Have any of you tried that one? Really, really nice. That's what it is, just comes in little discs. Oh, great. I'm going to order a big 100-gram tin of that, fantastic. And I didn't get any tongue bite out of that. But Baron's Dark Twist, yeah, not too bad, that one. Again, as you would expect, it's not a twist. It's in those little discs, curly cut. Robert Louis Orcilla, Pure Oriental, really, really nice that one. There's no lacquer in it, that's how I like it. Germain's Rich Dark Flake. I've heard a few people comment on that one, wasn't that keen. I ain't had enough in there really for one smoke. I've got that little flake left, but that's not enough to have another smoke in. And another curious one. This gets mixed reviews on videos I've seen and on tobacco review, so I thought I'd give it a go. Germain's Plum Cake. Now the name itself would conjure up something sweet. No. My first impression, I'm going back to a few videos I did not long ago, was hay. Yep, like the grouse-moor or the grassmere ones that I mentioned. But unlike those, there is obviously some Cavendish or sweetness in there. I know there's a special ingredient they put in there which is secret. But once you get initial hay taste goes away, this is like smoking licorice, and it's not too bad at all. I wouldn't be smoking it that often, but you know, I'm not going to rule it out. So I think that's all I have to say. The quest is on, as I've said. I've got a fair few to smoke there, so I may be doing that over the next few days. As for those of you who may have seen Martin Flankatanka's video he put up earlier today, I'm hoping next week is going to be filled with, you know, a celebration for an anniversary that 4 of us, and I've mentioned before, are celebrating in October. We're there now, so myself, Patrick the Pipe, Terry Love UK, and Martin Flankatanka. So again, we're going to do something. We kind of finalised it now, so hopefully that'll be up next week. So please watch it and please join in our celebrations. That's it for now. I'm going to do a couple more videos, probably today, maybe tomorrow. Overkill? Hey, I don't know. It's been a couple of weeks. Again, you don't have to watch them. So I'm going to go away, smoke some aromatics. Take care, guys. Bye bye.